it's day 22 to 24, so that's week 8. 47 hours into the build, and we're working on Jin's attack on Monday. So fiddled back with his animation there, made it a little bit better than I had. It was a bit jerky, so we put in a few extra frames to make it a little bit smoother. We did a lot of work on the wolf on the Monday. What I want trying to get is get the attack AI of these wolves sorted. It's proving to be quite difficult. There's a few challenges there with the wolf. Not least of all is the fact that the wolves were sliding around all over the place. They were moving without walking, and then they were not attacking. They were coming up to Jin and then just stopping there, which wasn't good. I did a little bit of work with the week I was off. I just spent a little bit of time just sorting out the wolf, getting him a little bit better. So a little bit of a cheat there, but I didn't spend a lot of time. So it's not like I spent 3 or 4 hours or anything like that. Literally half an hour, just tweaking it a little bit and tidying up the microchip to make it look a bit better. But we're getting somewhere with the wolves now. So we've got it so that they'll take damage. They will attack Jin and cause damage to him. They have got a wander AI and a attack AI, and it all works roughly what I want to do. So on Monday we just fiddle about with it a bit more, trying to get it so that we also had some damage animations. So hit animation when you hit the wolf, so he makes a yelping noise and moves into a position to indicate that he's been hurt. And I also did the same with Jin. I had to play back with the forest a bit. We put our new wolf in, and I discovered that there was an issue with the forest set. Somehow everything had shifted and moved around, which meant that I had to move some of the bits and pieces around and add some new things in. Things were missing, and it was very odd. It was like the whole lot had just sort of moved over to the right a bit. It was which is presumably what happened, but I recommend using the freeze option when you get your set how you like it. The floor was frozen, but the actual forest wasn't, and obviously I moved it and didn't realise. It's really easy to do, especially when things are all grouped together, which apparently is the way Dreams works now. Absolutely hate it. I don't know why they've changed it, but that's how it is. So I had to adjust the forest, which is something I wasn't planning on doing. And then at day 2, we're going to be looking at a cutscene next week, and I needed an extra character. We've got a family that are going to be requesting to leave, and she's going to be the mother of that family. So at the moment, you know, she's in a bikini and she's got a very youthful haircut. So I changed her hair and removed the bikini and put in a dress. Now it's interesting, these models, anatomically correct models that are in Dreams, you have to be very careful when you're making such things and releasing them to the public, because they can get moderated if you're not careful. So always try to make sure that your characters have got clothing on and when you release them. Don't put nipples on your female characters, that will help. So as you can see here, this is the husband. So this is the style we're going with here. So I wanted a dress for her, and this is not designed to be walking around. Dresses are very difficult to design and get the character to walk naturally without it showing through the dress. But she's just going to be standing in my cutscene. I'm just going to animate her as a sort of a sculpture rather than have her move around as a puppet. So it doesn't really matter, I can do what I like with this. So I've just drawn this skirt and there's an over apron type thing there. So I spent some time on this, adding clothes to models, different experiments, different ways of trying to add the material. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's all good for trial and error. Just remove things, just try it. If it doesn't work, delete it, try again. And if you do that separately from your model, you don't have to worry about accidentally altering your base model. You just remove the clothing and start again if it really gets bad. As you can see, I'm adding sleeves to this dress, and you can see there it is separate. So you have to make sure to scope in after you've built it to make sure it's attached to the model. So I'm adding in some sleeve parts at the top there. I really like using the sphere for moulding because you don't get those lines. But it's always good to design your outfit so that it fits with the lines of the body shapes, so that it's not that obvious. This is a beautifully made model, very good, especially around the elbows and things like that. This is the only time I sculpt into the actual puppet itself, is to put the sleeves on, because I find it's very difficult to get a good shape over the top. So I sculpt it into the arms, and always make sure if you bend the elbows and then sort those out so that they all fit and look nice. It's a good idea to put the puppet mirror on when you do that as well, so both arms are in the same sort of position. So because it's Project Winter, of course, all the outfits have got to be warm, and so most of them have got fur. Now this is, before anybody says anything, this is not a in any way a political statement about fur. It is a medieval fantasy thing, and people use the natural resources of the time, and it's to keep them warm. It's not necessarily a fashion statement. So that's the situation here. And again, I'm going to put a hood. I've done so many hoods for Project Winter. I've got quite adept at doing them now, quite quick. I'm doing the first. It doesn't take me that long to get a decent hood going on. That looks pretty good. I'm quite pleased with the way she's worked out. She looks rather nice. So that's going. She's going in our cutscene, which, like I say, I'm going to be doing this week. Actually, coming Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'm going to be working on that. I'm not that confident with animation, so it'll be interesting to see what mess I make of it. But it might be a hard slog next week, but we'll see. So just a little bit of tweaks with colour and spray paint. I was having some difficulty matching colours up because the way the model itself had been painted, I think it wasn't using spray paint, they'd use coat, and that can cause a problem when you're using spray paint. You have to keep removing it, etc. I just redid the top there. I wasn't keen. Shoes are a problem. I find shoes really difficult. These are very basic shoes that I make here. It's sort of an afterthought, really, shoes. Quite often just colour the on an ordinary model I just keep the shapes, but this one has feet, very nice feet, really beautiful made model. Apologies that I haven't got the name of who made it to hand. But this this female model here is going into the cutscene. There we go. Nancy. If you want to find her in the Dreamiverse, not this version, but the version in the bikini. Right, so here's day 3. More work on the wolf, and this time round we also added some weapon damage to our axe, so that it will disintegrate when you use it. So every time you use it, it's making the axe wear out. So here is our scene with our wolf. Lots of toing and froing, because I've made these wolves in separate and they have to keep being brought in because we might have them in multiple scenes. You have to make them separate from your main scene, so there is a lot of backwards, going backwards and forwards between different between the element and the scene, and then back to the element again. There's no way around that. That is the way Dreams works, unfortunately. So it is a lot of going backwards and forwards. But we managed to get a nice damage to the axe. We sorted out the axe attack on these wolves, and we also put in some death animation on these wolves so that they collapse when they die. What I'm going to have to add to these as well is some sort of loot.
Come and get it.
Here we go.
Wolfie, wolfie, wolf.
Here's a...
Come on, Wolfie.
Here's a look at how it looked like.
Don't stop backing up into your cave. Right.
I don't like the way Jin's foot moves as well. There's something wrong with that.
Oh, give me a dance. Don't do that, Wolf. Oh, no, there's another one now. I'll get you all, I don't care.
There we go. At this point, we had a problem with a follower tag.
It's still following.
But we did manage to sort that out in the end. And at the end of the day, I started looking through the Dreamiverse for houses. So these, I just typed house in to have a look and see what we've got. A lot of them were very modern houses or very toy town houses, which weren't suitable. But I found a few that looked rather good. Some of them great looking models, but not suitable for the game. This is a great model, but extremely high in thermo, high in gameplay memory. So not really that usable for my level, but it is very nice. Also a bit eccentric, shall we say. I'm going to need some medieval houses that are a little bit more standard. But anyway, I make a list, I make a collection. This is the way I would recommend, I've said this before, but it bears repeating. Make a collection, then go into dream shaping, type in whatever it is you're wanting to look at, find things, put them into the collection, then have a look at them individually from your collection, delete the ones that you don't want, and then you've got a collection. Check the thermo out. There is absolutely no point having a beautiful prop if it's 90% thermo. You can't use it in your game. So don't try looking for props and stamping them straight into your game. This could cause a problem, especially if you went for what looked like an asset and it turned out to be a dream. It turned out to be a whole game within an asset, within an element. If you try to put in too much thermo in one go, it won't let you delete it, and that will break your dream and ruin it completely, because you can't rewind and delete what you've just put in. So this is why making a collection like this is a really good idea. So you can just put all your selections, things that you think look good, and then you can look through them at your leisure, and like I say, work out which ones you actually want to use, and then you've got a nice collection you can draw stuff from. I've done this a few times while making things in Project Winter. I accidentally deleted my character one, I think, which was a little bit disappointing. It's very difficult for me. I keep running out of space and I keep having to delete things, and I accidentally deleted my character collection, but easily made again. So there we go. That was week 8 of Project Winter. Next week, the cutscene. We'll see how we do with that. Otherwise, I'll catch you in your dreams, or I'll see you on Twitch. Bye.